I'm just
What
saying.
interest does that
What?
suppose?
I'm just
That's all I
saying.
can
He
say.
has
What
a
can I
very
say?
bad history of not
What
getting work
interest
done.
of this is yours?
All
I'll
right.
let Mr. Robertson
Let
sit
Rob-
on it,
yeah.
so.
Let's move along here. The safe deposit box, I was cutting and pasting there, so my mistake. The safety deposit box at the bank, did we get an actual quote on that? Brenda, did you see? I didn't see a quote, I just saw approval. If there's no room left or there's no boxes in Schuylerville, it would have to be Glens Falls. I know they have availability, but I wasn't able to check, because it's usually on the weekends. I wasn't able to check with the Schuylerville branch myself. I can zip down probably tomorrow, if I'm in town for lunch, and check and see if they have any availability and what the cost will be. But I think we're okay with that, and that's fine. And when do we wanna set a schedule, like, when Brenda goes to the bank, or Maureen?
It's every day, right? We do-
Pretty
it's a backups
much,
every day.
yeah.
We go to the bank every day, so.
Go to the bank, yeah, every other
Time to
day
change it up,
sometimes.
so.
So, if we had it every day, we could switch the backups out, so, we just have to coordinate with Jim and make sure they're done, that's the point that I'm trying to make, before they're switched out. You don't want them switched out and have the same day, 2 days.
Well, we do it at time, is it timed? It's time automatic, right, to go to the backups?
Oh, yeah,
Time
yeah,
of the
he
day
would
is it?
time it, yeah.
What time of the day is it?
I think he's doing it early on in the morning, but I'm not sure. I can check the times on the backups and then make sure that we, actually take them after that time, and that way they're secure. Okay. New business, for that,
If I might, I'd like to
Oh.
add two more things to the
Yep.
agenda here. One is that we should review the lawsuit with the termination of the clerk treasurer, and we all received Wade Beltramo's opinion on the questions we asked.
yes, yep, I did.
I think that should be part of the agenda. I would say their old business.
Is there any discussion on Wade's opinion, or what do we?
We're substantially right, when we not, this board. You read his opinions,
I did, yeah.
and it seems to me that the questions we asked, he reaffirmed what
Yeah, it does.
the village board thought.
I'll ask you to expand on that.
You don't want to say you're going to be substantially right, tell me where you were right in these questions. I think that's what you need to expand on, that way.
I think it's all open to interpretation, not.
Hold on, let me just.
Oh my God, you're such an
What a
asshole.
baby.
Well, I think you need to expand on that. You said you're going to be substantially right, and I would say you're substantially wrong.
I would say that you're incorrect, because I did talk to Wade after the,
I don't care what you're talking about, this is what's on paper.
what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that hiring an attorney, that issue is settled. What I'm saying is you refusing to pay attorney, you don't have a right to do that. You know, it's all in there. It's all in there. You wanna review it, reread it, Jim, it says it. You don't have a right, you don't veto power on signed vouchers.
I
you
don't have
any-
veto power, I agree with that, and
Well, you don't have a
nor
right
did I
to,
ever
you
say.
don't have a right to tell the village clerk to not to pay somebody after she has signed village voucher and a accepted abstract.
As far
You
as
don't
claims
have to-
go, I think that,
I don't care what you think.
we need a
Wade
contract.
Beltramo said, you don't have a right.
what I said was, we need a contract in order to pay those claims, there's no contract.
No, you did not say that, first of all, and second of all, that's not what Wade Beltramo says here either.
Pat, I don't know what to say.
Well, read it,
I have read it.
and you're wrong.
I don't think that says that I'm wrong at all.
Does it say Jim Sullivan, you're wrong? No, you're right, it doesn't say that. But the words I'm hearing do say it's what you're wrong. And
Okay,
you said you want to be substantially right.
it's what you think, I suppose.
I'll make copies for everybody, they can take it home, read it.
The resolution changing the mileage rate, under new business, and, the resolution adding the historian to the list of employees. I did discuss this with, Sean about a month ago, and he said, I spoke with him regarding, his ability to pull retirement. Obviously, he doesn't meet those requirements right now on the current village resolution. So basically, we'd be changing the old resolution and taking and adding him in terms of a village employee. You have copies of the previous resolution? Or no?
I don't have it with me.
But you do recall it?
Yeah, I recall.
Okay. And I actually have a copy here. If you need copies, I have a copy. And basically we'd add him, and then we'd have to reduce the number of working hours if he's not able to provide proof that he works, or provide that he works over those amount of hours. I think he feels confident that he can provide that he works the recommended amount of hours. So he's gonna do 3 months worth of calendars and provide proof of that. And I don't know if you want to address the resolution for the following month. I think he should have the calendars done. And then we could make the resolution based on the calendar, or we could do whatever we think needs to be done in terms of this, deny him the right for retirement.
We're gonna be adjusting the work hours, right?
We may have to.
Because we need to know what they're gonna be and we're adjusting them, so you might make a resolution and have to change it,
Again, I think he'll be done shortly with his calendar. He's been keeping it, and he's going to do this last month to be more recent. Okay, appointment of deputy mayor. You asked to put that back on, to put that under new business on the agenda, because
So as you fired me, so
I chose to remove your appointment,
you
and
need to appoint a deputy mayor. It says you shall appoint a deputy mayor under your duties, so do your duty.
I shall appoint a deputy mayor as soon as we finish the appeal process. Ms. Kemet will,
What's that got to do with anything?
well, has to do
One
with a
has
lot of
nothing,
things.
appointing a deputy mayor has nothing
It
to
sure
do with the
does.
others. They're
You
tied
You just
together.
brought a lawsuit against me, which I,
You're appoint Tim, it makes no difference to me, Jim, I mean, you're not gonna be a cut and pay for me, so what the hell's the difference? The bottom line is, it's your duty to do that, you should do your duty. And a lawsuit has nothing to do with that.
has a lot to do with it.
Well, in your mind, maybe, but it has nothing to do with it. You still have to do your duties as mayor.
That
Lawsuit
can
or
be,
no lawsuit.
that can be argued, and I will give you a formal opinion of my appointment and when it, when it exists, not my appointment. List of missing village records. We've got everybody got the list, I think. And, right?
Yep.
You requested them?
Yep.
Did Maureen have any contribution on what's missing, or did you come in and search the village records yourself? Could I ask that question?
What's the difference? They're missing, so we've already acknowledged the part of the things that are missing you have. So, where are the rest of them?
What things have I acknowledged?
You acknowledge you have the codes for the door.
That I do.
And the spare keys, and then you're gonna keep it under your control.
That's true.
Those aren't your codes, and they're not your keys, they're the village's codes and keys, not yours.
As far as controlling access to the office, I believe I do have the right to do that. That's, they may be the villages, but,
They're not yours.
well, I think we might need an opinion on that as well.
Whatever. What about the rest of the records? Any idea where those are?
As far as the resolutions go, I have no idea.
So if we get an opinion on that, and it favors us, and then you just say, oh, but it's all about how you read it.
And we'll have to wait for an appeal. So the book of resolutions, you have no idea. What about the property, the village property log or the book?
I have no idea where that is. I don't know.
Code enforcement book?
The code enforcement books, Joe has, he said he has them. I think we either need to get an electronic copy, because I did speak to him about that today. We need to get an electronic copy, which is cheaper, we'll renew it each year. And the 2011 books are gonna be out shortly, and then each year we renew it, it'll be cheaper. I think that's how we need to take that route. He can bring them back,
Well, they need to be here. They're part of the village.
but he also needs them as well.
He does, but they're
Very
village property.
expensive.
They need to be here.
Right.
They're All this stuff is village records, they need to be here.
I'm laughing, I'm sorry,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
disagree.
Oh, that's okay.
Mark Dennison kept the entire file over there all the time he was code enforcement officer, so don't be smart.
I don't care.
Not,
Were
you're
you
not
over
cat.
there?
Well,
Yes, I was, as a matter of fact.
You were over at his house, looking through the.
No, not looking through them, he told me, they were right there. He wasn't hiding them.
Exactly.
Well, nobody's trying to hide them. No,
Exactly.
you're saying that it has to be in this
Exactly. It
building.
does.
wait a second.
Well, then it should have been then.
Let's,
That, it's just,
hold on here.
And if someone brought it up, I'm sure Mark would have brought him back, if they were even over there.
Oh, stop it.
Clerk Pierce.
So at this point in time, we're gonna look.
So we got records that are missing and we don't know where they are, so then it becomes who has access to the office.
Well, I can give you a formal letter of the things, again, that I have. I said that I had the codes to the security system. Again, what I'm gonna ask is, I'm gonna ask for the full detailed list from Maureen Kemet of things that are supposed to be in this office as required by law, and I'll submit that tomorrow. So I want not just a few things, I want a list of everything, and I do wanna know why the resolutions are missing.
That's a good question.
It's a very good question.
I'd like to know how they're able to use
Yeah, and why are they in your possession and why
It
are
seems
they?
to be a running
Why-
list ever since you took over the office, Jim.
Why?
Every day there's 2 or 3 things missing.
When is the last time you've seen the resolutions?
We looked at the resolutions when we went into, on the 22nd. We looked at the book of resolutions.
Okay.
And then they were not here when Maureen told me they were not here when she returned.
And where did you leave the resolutions?
Brenda took them back and put them back in file. She was here, she did it. She came in there and gave them to us, and we went through them with my telephone to review the book of
They were
resolutions.
there.
What shelf were they on?
The, I don't know if it's third one, but it's the one way closest to the boat.
It's near the safe,
Yes.
and you definitely put them back.
I'm sure it was, one time.
Because I have not removed the resolutions. I made copies when I posted them to the website, and that was earlier this year. That's the last time I've looked at the resolutions, and I think Wendy's looked at them in between. And she's-
Actually, I did do a research on the resolutions, and there were a ton of them missing then, when I did my
The
research.
book is missing now.
Well, the book is missing, but you know, Jim did PDF them, they're on your website. And so they're there, they're not missing. The ones that might be missing are the new ones.
The book needs to be there so they can file it.
Not necessarily, as long as you have it
We can
online.
take a look
You've got
afterwards.
everything
Oh, so we
online.
We shouldn't worry about
That's a
it.
whole other issue.
No,
That
you don't really at
website
this
is not a
point.
Village
You
of Victory
don't.
website, Wendy. That's not an official Village of Victory
But it's
website.
there.
That's a Jim Sullivan website.
No, that's not incorrect, it's
That is
Village
not
of Victory.
incorrect. Is that rating and content or control of the website, was that ever approved by a board here? No. Do we control any of the content on that? Does the board of this village control any content on that website? No. Do we own the domain name? No. We don't. It's a Jim Sullivan website, it's not an official Village of Victory.
They are
anything.
PDFs, all you have to do is ask for them. If you want them, you can go see them.
Well,
They're
what
there.
if, what if one doesn't make it on the website and you make a FOIL request?
Whoops.
Actually, the only ones that probably, I don't know, the ones that you've added
The
that are
website
kind of
was
illegal
not an
are
issue.
probably not in there, you know,
Oh,
so.
there's illegal ones.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah,
They're very illegal.
absolutely.
yeah.
We go home.
But yeah,
It's
I,
all
Makes
interpretation.
no difference, the book should be here.
You know,
Part of
you-
the record keeping here, the book should be here, makes no difference.
Your
The website's not
resolutions-
official.
Who,
Pat, your
Don't lecture me,
resolutions,
Wendy.
wait a
You've
minute,
been
I am
wrong every
not,
time you give me
no,
advice.
I am
Don't
not
bother,
giving you
don't
bad
bother.
advice. I know what the Village of Scottsville does. They attach their resolutions to the minutes, and your minutes have to say what resolutions are being passed. Now, if you can't find those resolutions in your minutes, you got a problem, and that's what I found when I did a whole research on everything. Some of those resolutions, you got tons of them missing, tons.
Tons.
A lot. You
Tons,
had at least
2,000.
30, you have about
2,000
30 resolutions missing from
2,000
old.
resolutions.
And then,
I don't think all
you
of
stopped,
it. Wait,
Maureen's,
2,000.
excuse me, but Maureen stopped numbering them, so you wouldn't even know what
well, I
resolutions are
definitely
missing.
agree that there's an issue with the numbering.
The
of
book is
resolutions.
not here.
Who has
So what
looked for
difference
the-
does it
who
make
has
if we
looked
don't
for
have
the
them
book?
anyway?
Brendan Moore looked for the book, and it's not here.
Okay.
And it was here on the 22nd. So who had access to the village office between the 22nd and the following Monday after Thanksgiving, whatever it is?